Welcome back to the Chris Review. Today I'm taking a look at these OpenGo headphones that TriBit sent me. So I just want to give my first impressions of these. And so, yeah, here's everything that comes in the box. On the back side, we're going to get the manual, the user manual. And then here are the headphones. And then another little box here, which I'm guessing is going to be the charging cable. Yep, that's going to be the USB-A to USB-C charging cable. And then now to the headphones themselves. So here's the case, and this is actually a massive looking case compared to like my other earbuds I have, like some AirPods. And compared to my phone, here you can see the size of it. So it's going to be about the same width, actually a little bit smaller. And then the thickness of it, maybe about 2 times the thickness of my phone with the case. So on the back side, we have the USB-C charging port. Here are the OpenGos themselves, and we can also see a little digital screen letting us know what the battery is, which in this case they're fully charged 100%. Now I can already hear like a little sound, like when I press on the side of it, it's like a little click button, and they're actually going to be a pretty big size. Now on the back side here we can see it's R for right, and then that's the charging pins. So I guess I can just put it like this. And now that I already have them in, connecting them to Bluetooth is pretty easy because they show up right here under TriBit OpenGo. And there, I just heard connected. So these OpenGo headphones also do come with the TriBit app, and this is what the main screen looks like. We can see what the battery life is of both of these, which is going to be at 80%. And under control mode, we can decide what each tap does. So tapping once will volume decrease, tapping twice will play or pause, tapping 3 times will go to the previous track, and long pressing will go to voice assistant. And for the right one, tapping once will do volume plus, tapping twice play pause, tapping 3 times next track, and then long pressing will do voice assistant. And these also can be customized a little bit, so if I click here, I can change what it does. And in this case, I want to change the tapping ones to be play or pause because that's going to be what I would use it for mostly. Now at the bottom we do have 2 other options, which is going to be equalizer. All right, so there's already some presets included, including extra bass off, audiobook, classical, rock, and jazz. Or I can customize the EQ, and right here I can set up a name. So example, confirm, and there I can just control whatever the decibels I wanted to change here. And once that's done, yeah, that's basically it. It goes right there. And then I can press my customize, and I can even add some other ones. Yeah, I can add multiple customization options as well too. Now we also do have this settings bar, and it lets me change the order of these. And then I guess under customization, yeah, same thing. I can change the order just by holding it and then dragging it up, and then that can be the order I want it to, and then press finish. Now the last option here on the app is going to be settings. So right here it lets me know the firmware version, the device name, TriBit OpenGo. If I want, I can change that, but I'll just leave it like that. And then touch tone, and let's see what touch tone does. Whether or not to turn off the beeping sound when touching the earbuds. And let me just test out what this tone actually sounds like. Yeah, so the tone does sound a little bit annoying. It kind of reminds me of like the iPhone tone whenever you text. I have that turned off always just because it's annoying, so I'll turn it off for these OpenGos as well. And yeah, that's basically it for the device. And right here, I can also add other devices, and in this case, I don't have anything else, so there's nothing to connect. And at the bottom, we also have another option, which is mine. And this can go over if I want to log in, if I want to sign up for an account, but I don't want to sign up, so I'll just leave it as is. So I currently have these set at about 50%, which is a good volume, but let's see what happens if I increase these all the way. All right, when I went all the way up, these definitely sound way too loud for me. And I also heard a beeping noise, letting me know that that's the max level of sound. I don't know how much the audio leaks, but let me go back to about 50%. That would be like an appropriate volume for me. And then my microphone is right here, so you'll be able to tell if any of this audio leaks. And as I bring it closer, here I'm about maybe a foot away from my headphones. And here's a little bit closer, now like 6 inches. Now about 3 inches. and now right next to them. So with the music playing, I do also want to mess with the EQ controls. So right now, currently we have it at extra bass off. And when I press extra bass, okay, I did notice a difference, maybe like a 30% increase. Now, audiobook. Yeah, this just feels like it lowered the volume a little bit. Classical. Yeah, I don't really notice a difference between extra bass off and classical. And now off, now rock. Yeah, rock sounds like maybe half of extra bass. So preferably when I'm using this, I would honestly just keep that extra bass on. But let me see if it makes a difference if I switch to a classical song, if the classical setting does make it sound better. So I change songs, and now let me go to classical. Yeah, so as of now, I don't really notice a difference, but let me get a little bit more into the song. Yeah, realistically, I would just keep the extra bass on. I can hear more of the trumpet sounds, more of the trombone sounds, and it just sounds more powerful. And I think, yeah, I just prefer this one overall so far. So during this quick listening session, the battery life of these OpenGo remained the same at 80% for both of them, which is good just because they're rated for a massive 13 hours of battery life on a single charge if you keep the volume at about 60%. And I mean, as you can tell, these definitely have a big battery in them. Despite that, they still feel pretty lightweight. And overall, they're rated for 100 hours of battery life with the charging case, so that's why this thing is so big. Now, as far as comfort goes, because these OpenGo are open ear, they're not going inside my ear canal. I don't feel anything, no pain, no squishing. So if you're somebody that doesn't like it inside the ear, you'd probably like these because they just gently rest on the top. And because they do rest whenever you do press it, there is going to be like a squishiness to it. Now, I don't feel like they're going to fall off if I just do this, but if I tap it really hard, it will dig into this upper part of my ear. And so of course, just don't tap it hard like that. Just tapping it lightly will still do the trick. And I'm able to play, I'm able to pause, just with a light tap like so. And because these are rated IPX5 sweat proof, you would be able to run with these, even vigorously doing jumping jacks, just anything that requires a lot of movement, because these are stuck here. Even though they're just on ear, they do feel like they're very secure. They still stayed in my ear. I got myself dizzy and I don't see myself, moving that intensely, just jogging. These definitely feel like they would stay securely on my ear. But yeah, that's a quick look at the TriBit OpenGo.